Good morning, and thank you for waking up with Bunny. I have to brag here. Thank God I didn't miss it. Woohoo! I am so glad that you guys are enjoying this time together as much as I am, and are showing up and get in the social media feed with me. This makes me very happy. I've got my coffee, I've got my water. Life is good. And guys, I do actually own other coffee mugs than this, but my kids put my coffee mug out for me in the evening before, so that when I wake up in the morning, a mug is there. And out of all of the mugs right now, this is the one they're locked in on. So you can't mess with that. It's too cute. I love it. Eric did a late night, early morning workout and ate afterwards. So you are like raring to go. You don't even need coffee, Eric. You are on it. You are on it. And I am excited that you're here. All right, you sexy individuals, let's check out what the news feed has for us today. Is it going to be a great day for sharing Twitter wisdom, X wisdom? 7 is the new 10. Okay, here's an interesting thing to me. So I want you guys on a 10-point scale to rate, if you're live, rate this girl on a 10-point scale. Because Fort Worth and I rated her a 5. But this is, I think, like a rub, because youthfulness is more attractive. So she's genuinely more attractive because, so Eric says she's a 6 at most. Good point. But because she's youthful, because she's young, because, good morning, Renee, because she's, dewy skinned and fresh faced and has clear skin, then the eye kind of tricks you into seeing her as more attractive than, maybe she really is. Renee, what we're doing is we're rating this girl on the screen on a 10-point scale. So Fort Worth and I said a 5. Eric said 6. She's not unattractive. Make no mistake. I'm not saying this girl is ugly, unattractive, that there's anything wrong with her. But, 7s and above can generally, to some degree, earn money from their appearance, where this girl is very much like your average girl. She's young. She has clear skin. She's a little bit, her weight is a little bit heavier. She's a little soft. Let me say that. But you're right, Renee. Eric, she has great eyes. She has beautiful hair. These things go with youthfulness. She has clear skin. She's dewy skin. So it's just like the eye anymore is tricked into thinking that obesity isn't obesity. It's interesting what we're kind of getting more used to. What I do appreciate about this girl a lot is that she's not caked in makeup. So you're actually seeing her. She may have a little bit of what girls call no makeup on, which is essentially light makeup meant to look like it's not there at all, which is a wonderful way to wear makeup. So it's just interesting because this girl is circulating right now, and it's definitely worthy of debate. Steven Story, killing it, hired a personal trainer 5 weeks ago and is putting on bulk is putting on just putting on muscle and definition and looks great. Let's see. Oh my. Oh, that was an ad. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It's an ad. Let's see. What is Eric saying? I saw a YouTube short about how obese parents are physically incompetent in protecting their kids from incoming traffic, yet obesity is somehow celebrated. Exactly. An obese human being cannot possibly move quickly enough, have the wherewithal, have usually, will be like seated rather than standing. Like, you can't protect your children, your property, your wife, your significant other, if you cannot move, if you aren't agile. Obesity is just a terrible way to live your life. Guys, I have to just go to her page. Sarah Beth is killing it. Her bikini competition is today, and I am so excited. She has been posting all kinds of, kind of play-by-play pics, getting her number, getting her spray tan on, getting her lashes done. Everyone's been blowing up her feed because she's just killing it. This is an exciting thing that she's doing. She's so funny. You're a mess, Sarah Beth. We wish you well. Oh my gosh, you're going to kill it. Kill it. I love it. Why did I go to my notifications? Let's see. Oh, crypto text always has something. I am uncomfortable. When in doubt, just post a cat meme. That's what we always say. They're so freaking funny. Girls know they're full of shit. So when you take them seriously, they lose respect for you. I think that falls under the category of girls have been training to manipulate men for a lifetime. You guys discover girls like when you hit puberty. We discover boys in like preschool. We chase you around the preschool classroom or recess. We talk to your moms. We talk to our moms about you. We talk to your friends. We do all kinds of things from such a ridiculously young age, all to figure out boys. Boys don't really start thinking about trying and figuring out girls until at least a decade later. That's a lot of lead time that we have in practicing manipulating, for lack of a better way to put it, you guys, and encouraging you to bend to our whims and how to attract you and how to attract and keep or not keep you. I love the old quote from my big fat Greek wedding. I mean, this is from the 90s, but the mother of the family said that the man is the head of the household, but the woman was the neck, and she can turn the head whichever direction she wants to. This is the most accurate movie quote when it comes to male-female dynamics ever, and it holds true. Let's see. Some girls are just not going to be interested in you. Ignore them. Absolutely. Girls make bad decisions all the time. Her not dating you, or her passing on you, or her just not finding you attractive to them, that's okay. It's just one of the bad decisions that they make. But truly, like, we all have our type. just because she's your type doesn't necessarily mean that you're her type. And there's all kinds of stuff at play there, but you can't get butthurt because a girl doesn't reciprocate in the way that you think she should. You find girls instead who do reciprocate, who are enthusiastic for you, who are trying to gain your attention, who is attracted to you. So there are a lot of things that go into that. What are you doing? Playing tea party. That's nice. Throws teapot. I fucking hate taxes. That's funny. Oh my gosh. These are even before my time. That's too funny. Eric, what are you jumping in and saying? Let's see. A woman not finding you attractive right then and there. Sometimes it's just bad timing and bad placement. Exactly, 1000%. I think that Fort Worth and I talked about that on the Morning Hustle this past Thursday also. And sometimes she just got back with a boyfriend. A husband came back on the scene. Somebody, she boomeranged back to an ex. The timing is just off. It's nothing. It says nothing about you, your quality as a man, your quality as a potential partner to her or significant other or date, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it to her. That has nothing to do with you. Oftentimes it's just bad timing and her prioritizing other men. Other times it's a result of her accumulated life decisions that continue into her present. Absolutely. Damaged girls are damaged girls. So if she's been damaged by riding a lot of cock in a lifetime, maybe she had some sexual abuse or substance problems or anything like this that can truly change the way women make decisions and what they are and feel worthy of, that's going to prevent them from getting into a relationship with you. So make no mistake. Again, not necessarily any reflection on you as a man or your level of game. Sometimes the timing's off. Sometimes it's just not a good fit. Stephen Marshall, killing it life. I love that art. That's great. Yes, let's talk about this. Guys are far too reactive when rejected by women for whatever reason. Just like we were just talking about, it may not have anything to do with you. It may not have anything to do with your level of game or your can't think of the word, abilities as a man or a lover or a player or a playboy or a pickup artist. Nothing to do with you. It's just bad timing. But so many men will actually talk themselves out of a girl boomeranging back or at least thinking twice about it because they get so reactive when rejected, whether that's her being very kind and just gently trying to say no thank you, whether she rejects by ghosting, which a lot of girls will do because quite honestly, they're afraid of this. They're afraid of the reactive response. Or firsthand saying, I'm not that interested. This is not a good time for me, or however it is that they actually say the words and reject. Sorry. But the nice guy syndrome of wanting to ask a girl out, but then being deeply hurt and reactive and angry it's almost like the nice guys, the only time they show that they're not nice guys is when a woman rejects them, when a girl doesn't fall right into his lap and say, well, he was so nice to me, so I'm going to reward him by dating him for the rest of his life. And he gets like this. Girls are incredibly cautious of rejecting men, which is why they ghost, which is why they try really hard to be as gentle as possible when they're doing a rejection of a male, just trying to date them, trying to talk to them, because you're stronger than us. You're physically, even the weakest men are often stronger than the strongest women. So we never know the kind of guy that you are. You know the kind of guy you are. You know that, you weren't about to beat her to death if she said no, or you know that, you're not going to be a physically abusive or reactive man, but she doesn't know that. And she has to play in the field of being extremely cautious because there's a lot at stake. We never know what we're looking at until it happens. Now, keep in mind that even if you're a nice guy, which is a negative connotation, this is a negative thing. In this neck of the woods, being a nice guy is not a compliment. Girls like a little bit of asshole, not kick the dog asshole, but like, aloof and indifferent asshole. So even the nice guys, though, if you don't turn into this extreme reactive asshole, when you're rejected or when you're ghosted or whatnot, girls will more often than not think twice, actually rethink their no. They'll say, oh, he actually handled that pretty cool. If you ask a girl out and she's like, no, I can't, I'm dating someone, or no, I can't, I have plans this weekend, but she doesn't offer any alternative date, like indicating that she actually does want to go out, she just genuinely can't that day. Any number of things, any time that she is the one rejecting, if you, whether you're being a nice guy or an aloof and indifferent, like pickup kind of guy, if you don't have an extreme reactive response, she will 9 times out of 10 at least rethink her no. Not immediately, but when she goes, oh, he just went, okay, and went on about their business and acted like nothing had ever happened, like he'd never asked you out in the first place, she's like, oh, he actually has his shit together. He didn't go completely ballistic or make a snarky remark or get bitter and pissed off because I said no. I should think about this. I should keep this guy in mind, or I should reach out to him tomorrow and say, hey, my plans actually opened up. Do you want to still go out with me? It makes a huge difference in the way a woman will see you. Let's see. Whew, huge. So bad. Oh. Can anyone else feel the stress of this picture? Scantrons. That's it. By the time my kids got to college, Scantrons weren't even a thing anymore. They just disappeared like overnight. I love Quintus Curtis. He always puts up good stuff. Okay, so he does a lot of political stuff too. But if you did not catch my interview, the Bunny interviews with Dan Herron, I think he is worth a follow. But the episode was a slam dunk. It was so good. So good. Dan and Fort Worth and I go back years. He is a private investigator and the owner of the Herron Group, which is a private investigating firm in Birmingham, Alabama. And he had all kinds of wisdom on the show to share about, just protecting your relationships, protecting yourself from cheating spouses or significant others, how best to kind of prepare, watch for the red flags so that you can prevent the red flags. It was a great discussion. He's got lots of life experience on the ground himself and as a private investigator. So he is a really great follow. But if you did not watch or if you didn't catch our interview, go to on Fort Worth Playboy under YouTube, under the Bunny interviews, that playlist, you will see our interview. It was fantastic. And what's funny about that was we actually had a sound problem. We did the show twice in one sitting. We had a sound problem the first time. So we re-recorded, and the difference between the first was fucking awesome and fun and lively, and like we did a lot of we just had a lot of fun. And when we realized something was going on with the sound and needed to restart, it was almost like the entire vibe of the interview shifted, and the wisdom just started pouring out of him. And it was an incredible hour discussion. I try to keep my Bunny interviews to 1 hour. So I try to respect everyone's time and energy and focus and attention. You guys have a lot of things pulling at you. So there's a lot to be said for not having a 5-hour show. This girl is a girl with an annoying voice attractive? This is a fascinating question because I'm going to go on and answer. Because to me, it's so distracting when men or women have voices that are kind of off the norm, so to speak, whether they're too high, too low, whether their speaking cadence is just far different than what you're used to. It gets distracting, and it deters from the attractiveness of the human being in your eyes. In your eyes. It's not that they don't take great pictures, but maybe you just can't stand to be around them. I think of like the Fran Drescher character on that nanny show. She's a beautiful woman, but then she speaks and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even watch the show. It's so annoying. There's exactly, Eric. I think that's a fair way to put it. A girl with an annoying voice is pump and dump material at best. And let me just say, I think that girls, certainly girls who have an annoying voice, have to know, because there are women who that fake scientist woman with the like Indian or Iranian or whatever boyfriend who like tricked everyone into like in the biomedical field or whatever a few years ago. Perfect example. She's got an annoying voice, but she actually managed to adjust and change the way she spoke to make herself sound more professional and more knowledgeable and therefore more trustworthy. So it can be done. Girls who they could study linguistics, they could get a voice coach. Anymore, you can probably just get on YouTube and watch a video about it. But there are ways that girls can actually make themselves more attractive if they have an annoying voice by learning how to tweak that. So make no mistake, everything can be fixed. Everything can be fixed. No man ever, that's fair. No man ever found a wife by complaining about women online. This is a fair point. Coach Noah Ravoy puts a lot of good stuff out there. And I think that this is where our neck of the woods gets to be a little bit of a dangerous place for men who either approach with the wrong attitude or get embittered by being here. Because the point of our neighborhood online, our social media neighborhood, is not to make you guys mad. It's not to make you guys mad at the genuine way that women are, the way that we are wired, the way that we have been taught to operate through societal norms, through biology. It's not to anger you. This is not why we share the truths of how women think and how women operate. It is so that you are knowledgeable of it and therefore can be prepared and open to lead. You know how to lead best when you know who's in front of you and what she's capable of. It's no different than having a battle plan in war. It's no different than studying films of an opposing team or an opponent in the ring. You have to know the person, the type of person that you are going up against, for lack of a better way to put it. It helps you better understand what you're dealing with. You've just got to prepare yourself. So yes, complaining about women online, why do it? Why bother? But learning the nuances about women, learning that women are not actually a mystery at all, and learning that that you can lead, manipulate, if you want to look at that. I use manipulate a lot because it truly is, when you're studying how to better deal with an opponent, you're encouraging them to play into your hand. This is a form of manipulation, and that's okay. It's not a negative thing to study your opponent and know what you're dealing with. Now, with that being said, Bunny Report, we'll get back to that, because I want you on my email list. Let's just cover that right this second. But 5-star ratings by 9 people, not just one. I'm just saying it's I put a lot of heart and effort into my emails. So if you're not on there, I would appreciate it. But what I'm actually looking for is what women really want. Guys, this book is all about better understanding women, what they want, what they think they want, how they operate. This is like your guidebook to understanding that women are not a mystery. So if you haven't picked it up yet, or if you're not a part of my evergreen fun, oh, hold on, I'm not sharing the correct tab. Sorry guys, I'm like scrolling through something that I'm not showing you. What women really want. This is one of my latest books. If you are in my evergreen program, then you've already gotten this book. But mainly, this is all about sharing with you that girls are not a mystery. The secrets of the sisterhood will actually help you better understand how to deal and operate the machinery that is the female nature, the nature of women. And I want you to win. That is what our neck of the woods is all about, is making sure that we're kind of all comparing notes and helping you better decipher what you're seeing in front of you when you encounter the opposite, the fairer sex. So I genuinely appreciate you tuning in today. I appreciate you prioritizing being here. It's a big deal, and that is not lost on me, that you are taking a half hour out of your morning and waking up with Bunny. It's a big deal to me, and I genuinely appreciate you being here. And all of the chat, all of the discussion that happens kind of on the side, even when I'm not able to, or I'm not responding directly, or keeping the communication going on screen as to what's going on to the side, know that I genuinely appreciate all of the interaction, and I appreciate you joining in the conversation. So go lift heavy things, be productive, and have sex, and have the best day ever. I want you to win. Bye.